first thing we have is the, this is called Froboz's Co. International Annual Report. So this would be related to the Froboz's Magic Cave Company has won an unequaled amount of honors, including the much coveted Dirtiest Shovel in the Great Underground Empire Award. I honestly don't know how important this is to the actual game. I don't know if it contains clues or what. The first of Frobod Co.'s Myrid subsidiaries, the Magic Cave Company, is formed under a century ago to implement King Duncanthrax's massive tunneling project. Today, the Magic Cave Company is an umbrella for a wide range of underground construction projects. Two of the most ambitious construction projects ever attempted are now on the Magic Cave Company drawing boards. Construction has already started on a dam of staggering proportions that will span the Frigid River, tentatively called Flood Control Dam Number 3. The dam is scheduled for completion in 783 GUE and comes with a price tag of 37 million Zork mids. Magic Cave Company engineers are planning an amazing project to quench and then hollow out a mighty volcano. The project is being conducted under the very, very light security, and Lord Dimwit Flathead himself is personally reviewing the plans at each stage. In addition to these landmark projects, the Magic Cave Company created an additional 46,000 linear bloits of tunnel this year, including 200 bloits of the Great Underground Highway extension, as well as 80,000 cubic bloits of additional camera space. Yep, Flood Control Dam Number 3. I'm pretty sure we remember that from a game. We have Froboz's Magic Tweezers Company. Our top-of-the-line model X1 tweezer is as functional as it is good-looking. We got Froboz's Magic Spell Company. Now this is interesting. There are some actual words in here, so this might be relevant. 4 new spells were added to the Magic Spell Company's product line this year, a Magic Spell Company record and a tribute to the words of Froboz Co.'s famous Magic Lab. The 4 new spells are Drillbow, which strips a floor of yellowed wax. That seems super important. Borch, which puts insects to sleep. That could be important. Gizgum predicts visits by relatives. Doesn't seem that important. And Quillbow, which transmutes coconuts into gold. So I could see a few of those being useful in this game. Froboz's Magic Grue Repellent Company, which we saw in Zork 2. We have some Grue Repellent. Encouraged by the runaway success of their Old Socks burning rubber-scented repellent, company scientists increased the product line with 7 new odors. 10 to 1 says I'll find a coconut. Isn't one of the games in the Zork series something about the coconut of something? Doesn't look like anything's relevant. Oh, here's our financial report. Sales, profit, number of subsidiaries, number of employees, name recognition, granola subsidiaries. We got some numbers. Lots of numbers. There's the official headquarters, constructed in 667. And then we have instruction manual for Zork III, the Dungeon Master. Oh, so we have the instruction manual combined with this. Well, we have another instruction manual right here. So I don't know. This one looks like an older one, and this one looks like a newer one. So I'm guessing they're the same manual. So, welcome to Zork. You are about to experience a classic interactive fantasy set in a magical universe. The Zork trilogy takes place in the ruins of an ancient empire lying far underground. You, a dauntless treasure hunter, are venturing into this dangerous land in search of wealth and adventure. Because each part of the Zork saga is a completely independent story, you can explore them in any order. As Zork III begins, your greatest challenge beckons as you take the final step down into the very heart of the great underground empire. Your character and courage will be tested as the enigmatic Dungeon Master confronts you with predicaments and perils. Your quest hinges upon discovering his secret purpose, even as he oversees your ultimate triumphs or destruction. If you're experienced with Evocom interactive fiction, you may not feel like reading this entire manual. However, you should at least read about scoring on page 12 and look at the appendix of recognized verbs on page 19. Well, this is page 12. I don't think this is about scoring. Oh no, it does. An interactive story, well, we know about that. Each work of such as the 3 Zork adventures presents you with in a series of locations, items, characters, and events you can interact with in various ways, in a variety of ways. To move from place to place, type the direction you want to go. When you begin your adventure, it's a good idea to become familiar with your surroundings by exploring every location and reading each description carefully. You may notice that Zork occasionally refers to a location as a room, even if you are outdoors. As you explore the Empire, it is helpful to draw a map of the geography. I actually do have the map of this game, which is right here. So I have a map. So you can see my map of the place. So, hey, thanks for the host, Lars. All right. An important element of interactive fiction is puzzle solving. You should think of a locked door or a ferocious beast not as a permanent obstacle, but merely as a puzzle to be tackled. Solving puzzles will frequently involve bringing a certain item with you and then using it in the proper way. In Zork, time passes only in response to your input. You might imagine a clock that ticks once for each sentence you type, and the adventure progresses only at each tick. Nothing happens until you type a sentence and press the return key. So you can plan your turns as slow and carefully as you want. To measure your progress, Zork III keeps track of your score. However, since this score is only your potential, you may have all 7 points but still be far from completing the story. So apparently there's only 7 points in this game. 7. Tips for novices. We don't need tips for novices. Communicating with Zork. Okay, we don't need that either. We know how all this works, right? Yeah, 7 points, I know, right? Starting and stopping. So saving, we hit save. We have the save option. And restore. We'll restore the game. We can hit restart to restart. Okay. We have the start of the story. This looks like a little walkthrough. Oh wait, never mind. It's not. It's just telling us about commands. Important commands. Again, Zork will usually respond as if you had repeated your previous sentence. Brief. Tell Zork to give you a full description of the location only the first time you enter it. Diagnose. Will give you a medical report of your physical condition. This is particularly useful if you have just survived a dangerous battle or if you are under the effects of a magical spell. Inventory, we can do with I as well. L is look. Quit is Q. Restart, restore, save, and score will show us our current score. We also have script, which tells our printer to begin making a transcript of the story as you venture onwards. A transcript may aid your memory, but is not necessary. It will only work on certain computers. Read your reference card for details. I don't have a printer, and I'm guessing it's more thinking of a line printer, which we don't have. Then we have unscript, which will undo that. Super brief. This command Zork to display only the name of a place you have entered, even if you have never been there before. In this mode, Zork will not even mention which objects are present. Of course, you can always get a description using the look command. It's raining tacos. Hey, thanks for the taco party, told Panzer. So I think super brief is if you were speedrunning this game. I don't remember that being a command in the previous ones. Maybe it was. Verbose tells you that you want the complete description of each location and objects in it every time you enter. Hey, Ambrosine, how's it going? Yeah, Zork III. We have version. It'll tell us what version we have in case we want to report a bug. We have wait. This will cause time to pass. Normally between turns, nothing happens. You could leave your computer, take a nap, and return to the story and find nothing has changed. You can use the wait command to make time pass in the story without doing anything. Okay. Here's some recognized verbs. Very interesting. That could be useful. And Zork will complain if it doesn't know something. We have sample transcript and map. This is a sample, not anything related to the current story. Just to tell you how to play. And in Infocom, they take great pride in the quality of our stories, even if they're out the door. We're constantly improving, honing, and perfecting. And your input is very important. If you can report bugs to them. If you think a puzzle was too hard or too easy, you can send them input. And if you have technical problems, you can call them. There's a $5 replacement fee. If you've purchased your game after 90 days. Hey Ralph. Hey Ralphine, how's it going? And that is the end of that. This manual, I think, is exactly the same. I think this is the same manual. Oddly, it isn't the same manual. It's actually different. This manual is a little bit different. It's close, but a little bit different. I remember seeing cross in recognized verbs, and it's not here in the other one. So that's interesting. So I think this is for maybe more updated version, maybe a newer version of the game, because it has a lot of lore and stuff like that in it. So we have the financial records of Frobozco. Okay, and we have a map, a pre-created map here. As well. We also have, I don't know how to pop these up, but we also have something interesting, which I will see if I can pop up. Yes. We have a certificate of stock. This apparently came with a game. So apparently we got a certificate of stock with the game for Frobaz Co. International. Signed by John D. Flathead, the Ninth himself. And we also got a letter right here from, also signed by John D. Flathead himself. He played the graphical game. I played Return to Zork. Return to Zork was the first Zork game that I played, actually. And then I decided we might as well go back and add the text ones because they were part of, even though I'm trying to just do mainly graphical games, they were part of the history of the Zork series. So I thought it would be good to go back and play them. So this is our cool. That is on my big game list, which you can find here. I'll play it at some point. It's been another banner year for Frobaz Co. As I'm sure you're aware, everyone here on the Frobaz Co. management team joins me in thanking you personally for your continued support as an investigator. Thanks to our steady growth and record revenues in 947, the board of directors is pleased to announce a 2-for-1 stock split. You'll find your new shares enclosed. Oh, that's what our share is, apparently. We had 1 share, and now we have 2 shares, I guess. Don't forget about the shareholder meeting at the Borfee Civic Center on 2/1/948. I hope you'll be on hand to approve the nomination of John D. Flathead X as the next chairman of the board. If you can't attend, please remember to return your proxy. Finally, as tremendous as fiscal 947 has been for us, your company is hoping that as my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was always fond of saying, this year will be even tremendouser. Sincerely, John D. Flathead IX, Chairman of the Board, Frobaz Co. International. And then there is a bunch of subsidiaries here. You can see there it only goes up to the B. So including the Frobaz Magic Aardvark Company and the Frobaz Magic Abacus Company and the Frobaz Magic Abbreviated Dictionary Company and the Frobaz Magic Banana Company. Just to name a few. Okay, I think we have done that. So now let us start up Zork III. So I have to there we go. And there it is. There is Zork III, and we're gonna. I've got a playlist to play while we're doing this. So the new Zork times. All right. We'll put those all in the background. As in a dream, you see yourself tumbling down a great dark staircase. All about you are shadowy images of struggles against fierce opponents and diabolical traps. These give way to another round of images of imposing stone figures, a cold, clear lake, and now of an old yet oddly youthful man. He turns toward you, slowly, his long silver hair dancing about him in a fresh breeze. You have reached the final test, my friend. You have proved clever and powerful, but this is not yet enough. Seek me when you feel yourself worthy. The dream dissolves around you as his last words echo through the void. Zork III, the Dungeon Master, copyright 1982 by Infocom Incorporated, all right reserved. Zork is a trademark of Infocom Incorporated, release 17, serial number 840727. Endless Stair. You are at the bottom of a seemingly endless stair, winding its way upward beyond your vision. An eerie light coming from all around you casts strange shadows on the walls. To the south is a dark and winding trail. Your old friend, the brass lantern, is at your feet. Okay. And it begins. It begins. So I think we're going to have to get our notepad out because we're going to need to take notes. Our trusty note-taking device. So let's take the lantern. Let's see, what do we have in our inventory? We have nothing in our inventory other than the lantern. So we had nothing in our inventory from the previous game. I think we had stuff in our inventory from the previous game in Zork 2, but we don't have anything in our inventory. Shatter lantern. Let's see if we can. What do I want to break it with? Kicking the lantern isn't notably helpful. So apparently we can't do that. Did I forget to import my save? I wish you could import your save. That would be cool. All right, so we can go south. Apparently that's it. We can go south. So let us go south. It's pitch black. Turn on lantern. The lamp is now on. I hope it's fully charged. Because just like I'm guessing in the first two games our lantern had limited capacity, and I'm guessing it has limited capacity here as well. You are at the junction of a north-south passage and an east-west passage. Okay, that means it's a four-way intersection. To the north, you can make out the bottom of a stairway, which is where we just came from. The ways to the east and south are relatively cramped, but a wider trail leads to the west. Standing before you is a great rock. Embedded within it is an elven sword. Can we take the sword? The sword is deeply embedded within the rock. You can't even begin to budge it. Okay. Kick sword. Kicking the sword doesn't work. No! Alright. Well, let's go west. They seem to be urging us to go west, so let's go west. Okay, we're in a barren area now. You are west of the junction, where the rock-bound passage widens into a large flat area. Although the land here is barren, you can see vegetation to the west. South of here is a mighty wall of stone, ancient and crumbling. To the southwest, the wall has decayed enough to form an opening, through which seeps a thin mist. A trail dips sharply into the rock terrain to the northwest. Okay. I'm not quite sure what that means, but okay. So can we go northwest? I guess we can. Let's go northwest. Okay, we're at Hairpin Loop. You're at a sharp turn on a narrow and steeply sloping path strewn with boulders of various sizes. The path climbs sharply toward a desolate plain to the southeast. Southwest of here, there's a path winds down to the base of the cliff. Okay, can we take a boulder? Take rock. An interesting idea. Apparently we cannot take a rock, so we're going to go southwest. Cliff base. You're at the base of a steep cliff. Directly above you is a wide ledge. Far above that, some natural sunlight can be seen. To the northeast is a steeply climbing path, which we just came from, and the ground becomes sandy toward the south. Sandy, huh? Directly above you is a wide... Okay, let's go south. Flathead Ocean. You are at the shore of an amazing underground sea, the topic of many a legend among adventurers. Few were known to have arrived at the spot, and fewer to return. There is a heavy surf, and a breeze is blowing on shore. The land rises steeply to the east, and quicksand prevents movement to the south. A thick mist covers the ocean and extends over the hills to the east. A path heads north along the beach, which is where we came from. Okay, so where can we go? You are at the shore. Few were known to... There's a heavy surf and a breeze is blowing on shore. The land rises steeply to the east. So can we go east? Oh, we can. Okay. You are in a land of dark shadow and shallow hills, which stretch out in all directions. To the west, the land dips sharply. Okay. So we can go all directions, I guess. Okay, let's go south. Let's save the game. Let's save the game. You are near the southern end of the Land of Shadows. The ground here is soft and spongy. Yes. And becomes quicksand to the south. I wonder if we go south we die. Oh, I haven't started our timer. We've been playing this for a little while and I never actually started the timer. I should do that before we continue. It's important to know how long it takes to finish a game. Okay. I'm going to say we've been playing this for about 10 minutes. But we don't need the We don't need a lot of these counters. These are from Harvester. So there we go. Okay, there we go. We're good. We're good now. Okay. Okay, we can't go south. South would kill us, but we can't go south anyway. So... Wait, we have a sword? Did you see that? From nowhere, the sword from the junction appears in your hand, wildly glowing. Near the southern end of the Land of Shadows. I didn't actually read that. Through the shadows, a cloaked and hooded figure appears before you, blocking the southeastern exit from the room and carrying a brightly glowing sword. From nowhere, the sword from the junction appears in your hand, wildly glowing. So now we have a sword. Let's see if we can use the sword on figure. Stab figure. Oh no, I'm wounded. Oh no, we're hit again. We're probably gonna die here. Oh no, we're hit again. Oh, we got him again. The figure is badly hurt and defenseless. Oh, really? Defenseless? Defenseless means they don't have defense. So if they block our attack, then they are not defenseless. I would like to note that. Oh, we killed it. The hooded figure, fatally wounded, slumps to the ground, gazes at you once, and you catch a brief glimpse of a deep and sorrowful eyes. Before you can react, the figure vanishes in a cloud of fetid vapor. I don't think we were supposed to do that, just to let you know. I don't think we were supposed to do that. Hey, Milk Sniffer, thanks for the 15 bits. Yeah, I don't think we were supposed to kill the shadowy figure. I don't think that's what was supposed to happen. We could have tried talking to this. So let's restore shadow, and we're gonna go south, I think. No. Oh, okay. Oh no, he attacked us. Maybe we shouldn't have restored. Oh no, well that's not good. Apparently the hooded figure is going to follow us and attack us. Well, maybe we're supposed to do that. So apparently they're just following us. Okay, now we're back in the barren area. I think it's just maybe shadow or something. I don't know. Now I kind of want to do it again. I want to restore and continue that. Oh, it's not repeat. There's a command to do the same command again, and I don't remember what it is. Is it again? Oh, it's again. Oh, oh man, we got it good that time. We got the figure good that time. But we can't do anything with the figure. It doesn't give us anything, so. But it stabbed us first, so I don't feel bad about it now. When we first did it, it was like we kind of were the aggressor, and then it became the aggressor, so. Let's look at how we are. You're lightly wounded. You have a good deal of strength in reserve. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad we have a great deal of strength in reserve. The ground here is soft, and the area is surrounded by quicksand on most sides. North there is terrain. The ground becomes softer to the south. You're in a dark and shadowy land. All around you are gentle hills and eerie shadows. Far above, surrounded in mist, you can barely make out the ceiling of the enormous cavern that spans this entire land. We're in the eastern end of a dark, featureless landscape of shallow hills. Paths to the east and southeast re-enter the rock. Creepy crawl. You're in a dark and quite creepy crawlway with passages leading to the north, east, south, and southwest. Southwest is probably where we came from. So we have a sword now. So we got the sword just by existing. Good for us. We existed, so that's good. Okay, let's go east. You can't see what I'm typing, I noticed. Let's see if we can maybe make this a little bit smaller so you can see it. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Let's try it. A hollow voice says, "Fool." There you go. Fool. Well, now we're in the Crystal Grotto. This is a chamber of breathtaking beauty. Mighty stalagmites form structured shapes of rock encrusted with crystalline formations. Phosphorescent mosses, fed by a trickle of water from some unforeseen source above, like the crystals, make the crystals glow and sparkle with every color of the rainbow. There is an opening to the west, which we came through. And a man-made passage heads south. A man-made passage, you say? Let's go south. We're at the Royal Hall. This is the north end of a large hall with a vaulted ceiling. A long, tiled hallway leads north through a tall arch. Although the origin or purpose of this room is unclear, there is a large rendering of the royal seal of Lord Dimwit Flathead carved on the wall. Well, let's look at the seal. The seal is vintage Flathead with signs of excess nearly everywhere. It consists of a curiously flat-headed figure wearing a gaudy crown surrounded by the crown jewels of the empire. The crown jewels, you say? Interesting. I wonder if we're supposed to find the crown jewels, maybe. Great door. You're at the south half of a monumental hall. To the east lies a tremendous iron door, which appears to be rusted shut. Let's look at the door. Look at door. The door is closed. Okay, open door. The door is rusted shut and cannot be opened. Okay, so we're gonna have to figure out how to open the door or go around the door. So so let me write that down. Great door room. Great door has rusted iron door. Okay. That we can't go through. Alright. So we're gonna go north. We're gonna go north. We're gonna go east or west rather. We're gonna go west again. And then we're gonna go south. Because we can. Okay, we're in a foggy room. We are in a dark passage filled with a wispy fog. A smoky passageway leads north, and a wider path heads off to the south. To the west, the path leaves the rock and re-enters an eerie, shadowy land. So we can go west and go back into the land of shadow. But I don't see why we'd want to do that. Go south. Lake Shore. You're in a wide cavern on the north shore of a small lake. Some polished stone steps lead to the southeast, and a sheer rock face prevents any movement around the lake to the southwest. The cavern is dimly lit from above. It's dimly lit, so we can turn off our lantern, right? So we can go south. Wait. It's any movement from the south. Some polished stone steps lead to southeast. Aqueduct view. This is a small balcony carved into a near vertical cliff. Ooh. To the east, stretching from north to south, stands a monumental aqueduct supported by mighty stone pillars, some of which are starting to crumble from age. You feel a sense of loss and sadness as you ponder this once proud structure and the failure of the empire which created this and other engineering marvels. Some stone steps lead up to the northwest, which is where we came from. Okay. Let's go south now. If you really want to enter the lake, you should say so. Okay. Save lake. Enter lake. The shock of entering the frigid water has made you drop all your possessions into the lake. You're floating on the surface of the lake. The water is ice cold and your ability to survive here for long is very questionable. A swim north puts you at your starting point. Conditions to the east are poorer where the lake turns into the swamp. Okay. We're gonna have to figure out how to cross the lake. So we have nothing now. Dive into lake. Okay, oh, take lamp. Take a sword. Wait. Something in the sparkling in the sand. You run out of air and return to the surface. You're not carrying the lake. I can't argue with that. I am not carrying the lake. Oh, we died. And we tried to exit the lake and it says you can't go that way. So I think we should drop all of our stuff and then get into the lake. So you can't go that way. Your strength gives out and you drown in the frigid waters. You find yourself deep within the earth in a barren prison cell. Outside the iron barred window, you see a great fiery pit. Flames leap up and very nearly sear your flesh. After a while, footfalls can be heard in the distance, then closer and closer. The door swings open and in walks an old man. He is dressed simply in a hood and cloak, wearing a few simple jewels, carrying something under one arm and leaning on a wooden staff. A single key, as if to a massive prison cell, hangs from his belt. He raises the staff toward you, and you hear him speak, as if in a dream. I await you, though your journey be long and full of peril. Go then, and let me not wait long. You feel some great power well up inside you, and you fall to the floor. The next monument, you are awakening as if from a deep slumber. So we're back at the beginning. We're back at the beginning, essentially. It's as if we did nothing. So let's take the lamp. Oh. Oh, but it's the same lamp and it got wet. Okay. Well, we are now screwed, so we need to restore. Okay, so if we get the lamp wet, it doesn't work anymore. So that's bad. So that's definitely qualifies as a death without question. So let's up that. Ah, dang it. It's got the same fault of the previous Zork, where if I exit out of the game and then come back in, sometimes it'll just beep. So that's fun. Drop lamp, drop sword, enter lake, dive, search sand. Well, we just got swallowed by a fish. No! That was fun. I think maybe what we saw was a fish. Okay, so we got our sword back. So the lake seems to be a tricky conundrum. So let's go, whoops. Okay. We're in this foggy room again. Wait, no, we don't want to go this way. We've already been this way. Let's go this way. Okay, here we go. Here's a damp passage. We've never been here before. So let's check it out. This is a particularly damp spot, even by dungeon standards. You can see a crossroads to the west, and two nearly identical passages lead east and northeast. A stone channel, wide and deep, steeply descends into the room from the south. It is covered with moss and lichen. It is far too slippery to climb. Okay, the channel crosses the room, but the opening where it once continued north is now blocked by rubble. Alright, so we can go east. I think. Dead end. You have come to the end of two adjoining passages to the west and northwest. Let's go northwest. Engravings room. Ooh, our sword is glowing. You are in a room with passages heading southwest and southeast. The north wall is ornately carved, filled with strange runes and writing in an unfamiliar language. An old and wizened man is huddled asleep in the corner. He is snoring loudly. From his appearance, he is weak and frail. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly. Save as wizened. Wake man. The old man is roused to consciousness. He peers at you through eyes which appear much younger and stronger than his frail body, and waits as if expecting something to happen. He nods at you without seeming to have understood. The old man is barely awake and appears to nod off every few moments. His bright eyes, which, when open, appear to see right through your body.
You a ghost?
No. He's just some guy.
I just heard see right through your body. So.
Okay, it's faint blue glow because I think the guy's there. Sword's no longer glowing. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Whoa, this is a large description. So we're now at a cliff. I don't think we've actually been here before. This is a remarkable spot in the dungeon. Perhaps 200 feet above you is a gaping hole in the Earth's surface through which pours bright sunshine. A few seedlings from the world above, nurtured by the sunlight and occasional rains, have grown into giant trees, making this a virtual oasis in the desert of the underground empire. To the west is a sheer precipice, dropping nearly 50 feet to jagged rocks below. The way south is barred by a forbidding stone wall, crumbling from age. There is a jagged opening in the wall to the southwest, through which leaks a fine mist. The land to the east looks lifeless and barren. A rope is tied to one of the large trees here and is dangling over the side of the cliff, reaching down to the shelf below. So we can go down. It seems as if somebody has been here recently, as there is some fresh bread lying beneath one of the other trees. You seem to hear from the southwest the sounds of the sea. Your sword is glowing with a faint blue glow. So there's somebody near us. Let's take the bread.
It's a trap.
It might be.
I don't know.
We took it. We got the bread. It's a piece of whey bread. I don't know what that means. I don't know what whey bread is. I guess it's bread. Hey Briar Cub, how's it going? Let's go down. Actually, let's save. That's bread. South. Not south, down. Okay, here we go. Oh, our sword's no longer glowing. Okay. This is a rock-strewn ledge near the base of a tall cliff. The bottom of the cliff is another 15 feet below. You have little hope of climbing up the cliff edge, but you might be able to scramble down from here, though it's doubtful you could return. So it sounds like we can go down, but we can't go up if we go down. A long piece of rope is dangling down from the top of the cliff and within your reach, so we can go up. A large chest, closed and locked, is lying among the boulders. Your sword is no longer glowing. Look at the chest. Open chest. It says it's locked, so this isn't going to work. But the chest is locked and cannot be opened. Let's unlock the chest. Even though we don't have a key, we're going to try it anyway. With bread.
Did it work?
No, it did not work.
I'd be impressed if it did. I better have my snack off.
The bread did not open the chest. At the edge of the cliff above you, a man appears. He looks down at you and speaks, "Hello down there. You seem to have a problem. Maybe I can help you." He chuckles in an unsettling sort of way. "Perhaps if you tied that chest to the end of the rope, I might be able to drag it up for you. Then I'll be more than happy to help you up." He laughs again. Your sword is glowing with a faint blue glow. So our sword glows when somebody is within one screen of us. Glows with a faint blue glow when when a living creature is within one screen of us or one room of us, and it's a bright blue glow when somebody is in the same room as us. In other words, living creatures cannot hide from us. I mean, they can hide, but we'll know they're there. Well, let's save again as chest. Tie rope to chest. The chest is now tied to the rope. The man above you looks pleased. "Now, there's a good friend. Thank you very much indeed." He pulls on the rope, and the chest is lifted to the top of the cliff and out of sight. With a short laugh, he disappears. "I'll be back in a short while." Those were his last words. Your sword is no longer glowing. Let's see if he does come back. A familiar voice calls down to you. "Are you still there?" He bellows with a coarse laugh. "Well then, grab onto the rope and we'll see what we can do." A rope drops within reach. Grab rope. You grab securely onto the rope. The man starts to heave on the rope, and within a few moments you arrive at the top of the cliff. The man removes the last few valuables from the chest and prepares to leave. "You've been a good sport. Here, take this for whatever good it is. I can't see that I'll be needing one." He hands you a plain wooden staff from the bottom of the chest and begins examining his valuables. The chest, open and empty, is at your feet. Okay. We got a staff. You see nothing special about the wooden staff. But we got a staff, so there we go. I think that was the only way to open the chest, but I don't know. Maybe we could have snuck around and stabbed the guy in the face or something. seem to hear from the southwest the sounds of the sea. There's a great tremor from within the earth. The entire dungeon shakes violently and loose debris starts to fall from above. Well, that's not good. So I'm going to save. I'm going to save as staff. We're going to restore our chest because I want to see what happens if we go around. We can go around, so... Oh, he's not here. The problem is he's not here. So it looks like we can't actually be on the same screen as him. Okay. So it looks like we can't do it this way. I thought this might work, but it doesn't look like we can do this. Let's try to lure the guy out, and maybe we can just stab him after he opens the chest and take all of the loot for ourselves. That doesn't seem to, it doesn't seem to work that way. He's not willing to be on the same screen as us, and I can't really blame him. So we'll restore staff. I think that's what we were supposed to do, though. So we got a staff. I don't know what that's gonna help us with, but we have a staff. We have a staff and we have some bread. We have staff, bread, sword, lamp. Staff, bread, sword, and lamp is what we have. Maybe we can give the staff to the guy who's sleeping. That's my next guess. Is we give the staff to the guy who is sleeping. Let's try that. He refuses your offer, but motions with his arms to the way bread in your hand. Okay. He looks up at you and takes the way bread from you. Slowly he eats the bread and pauses. When he is finished, he starts to speak. Perhaps what you seek is through there. He points at the carved wall to the north, where you now notice the bare outline of a secret door. When you turn back to the old man, you notice that he is gone. Your sword is no longer glowing. Woohoo! A secret door. Well, okay. That worked. That worked. That worked quite well. All right. Let's save as secret one. Okay, we're gonna go north, I guess? Open door. The massive stone door opens noiselessly. Beyond the once secret door are dark, forbidding stairs that lead down to a passage below. Dim light, as from torches, can be seen in the passage. Okay, turn off lamp. And go north. There are torches, so we need to conserve our lamp power. It's kind of important. We're now in a button room. I don't know what a button room is, but we're in one. You're standing at the southern end of a long, dimly lit hall. To the south, stairs ascend into the darkness. To the north, the corridor is illuminated by torches set high in the walls, out of reach. On one wall is a red button. Oh, a red button. How, they are tempting me with a red button. They are tempting me with a red button. Push red button. Click. Okay. We pushed the button. That was very anticlimactic. You could use the button room. Nice. All right, let's go north, I guess. We're in a beam room now. You're in the middle of a large... Are you missing a beam too? Because now we're in a beam room. You're in the middle of a long north-south corridor whose walls are polished stone. A narrow red beam of light crosses the room in the north end, inches above the floor. The corridor continues north and south. So there's a beam room. A beam room. Let's look at the beam. Look at beam. The red beam of light crosses the north end of the room only an inch or so above the floor. We could probably step over beam, right? Okay, what if we go north? Nothing happens. Okay. I expected something to happen. This is a part of the long hallway. The east and west hall walls are dressed stone. In the center of the hall is a shallow stone channel. In the center of the room, the channel widens into a large hole around which is engraved a compass rose. The hallway continues to the south. A large mirror fills the north side of the hallway. Okay. I think I might have to draw this. I'm trying to figure out east and west halls. Okay, this sounds like a weird room. Okay, the east and west halls are stressed stone. In the center of the hall is a shallow stone channel. What's center? Both centers or just one center? I'm gonna think it's between the east and the west walls. There's like a thing there and then channels here. Okay. Like that. That's what I drew. That. Don't know if that's right, but that's what I drew. The channel widens in the center of the room. The channel widens into a large hole around which is engraved a compass rose. Okay, so it says north, west, east, south. Okay. The hallway continues to the south and apparently north. A large mirror fills the north side of the hallway. Okay. So does that mean we can't go north? So we can't go north? No, there's a large mirror blocking your way. So I wonder if this room will rotate. Okay, look at channel. You see nothing about the special about the stone channel. Look at compass. You see nothing special about the compass rose. Look at hole. You see nothing special about the stone channel. Huh. Look at mirror. You see nothing special about the mirror. No! Okay. Oh, we have a staff. Put staff in hole. You can't do that. Darn. Put staff in channel. Let's go back and push the red button and see what happens. Maybe we need to somehow adjust the beam. Push button. Click. A narrow railroad crosses from the north and inches above the floor. Okay, that doesn't seem to do anything. Look at beam. You don't see a beam here. I can't picture this beam. Crosses the room at the north end. I feel like it's almost take beam. You know, no doubt you have a bottle of micro beams as well, moonbeams as well. Okay, 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 game. Thanks for that. Yeah, my cats have laid claim to all my sunbeams, too. Okay. What do we do here? Look at wall. You can't see any wooden wall here. Look at east wall. You don't see anything special about it. Look at stone. It tells me it's dressed stone, but I don't see any stone here, even though the walls are stone. Okay. I don't think there's any other way we can go. What are we supposed to do here? This is part of a long hallway. East and west walls are dressed stone. In the center of the hall is a stone channel. In the center of the room, the channel widens into a large hole around which is engraved a compass rose. The hallway continues to the south. We're in the middle of a long north-south hallway whose walls are polished stone. A narrow beam of red light crosses the room at the north end, inches above the floor. Huh. See if we can touch the beam. Fiddling with the red beam of light has no effect. The beam is now interrupted by a wooden staff lying on the floor. Okay, let's try pushing the button now. Let's see what happens. Click, snap. That's different. You're in the middle of a long north-south corridor whose halls are wait, something. Wait. You're in the middle of a long north-south corridor whose halls are polished stone. The narrow red beam of light crosses the room at the north end, inches above the floor. The beam is stopped halfway across the room by a wooden staff lying on the floor, which we obviously did. The corridor continues north and south. There's a wood staff here. Let's go north. This is part of a long hallway. The east end halls are dressed stone. In the center of the hall is a shallow stone channel in the center of the room. The channel widens into a large hall. The hallway continues south. A large mirror fills the north side. The mirror is mounted on a panel which has been opened outwards. What? The mirror is mounted on a panel that has been opened outwards. What does that mean? What does that mean? We did something, so that's good. We can go north. We can go into the mirror. Holy crap, this is a lot of text. Okay, we are inside a rectangular box of wood whose structure is rather complicated. Okay. 4 sides and the roof are filled in and the floor is open. All right, let's see. We need to make a diagram of this. As you face the side opposite of the entrance, two short sides of a carved and polished wood are to your left and right. Polished wood, left and right. Okay. The left panel is mahogany. The right is pine. Okay, so I have a diagram of this actually in my thing. This is the mirror box, apparently, is what they're calling it. The wall you face is red, okay, on its left half, and black to its right. On the entrance side, the hall is white opposite. Wait, it's... On the entrance side, the wall is white opposite the red part. That's not what mine says. Mine says black. And red opposite... On the entrance side, the hall is white opposite the red part of the wall it faces, and yellow opposite the black section. So the white and black are switched in mine. Interesting. The painted walls are at least twice the length of the unpainted ones. The ceiling is painted blue, and the floor is a stone channel about 6 inches wide and 1 foot deep. The channel is oriented in a north-south direction. In the exact center of the room, the channel widens into a circular depression, perhaps 2 feet wide. Well, that's what we saw outside. That's pretty much exactly what I drew. Widens into a circular depression, perhaps 2 feet wide. Incised in the stone around this area is a compass rose. Running from one short wall to the other at waist length is a wooden bar, carefully carved and drilled. The bar is pierced in 2 places. The first hole is in the center of the bar, and thus the center of the room. The second is at the left end of the room, as you face opposite the entrance. Through each hole runs a wooden pole. The pole at the left end of the bar is short, extending about 1 foot above the bar, and ends in a hand grip. The pole has been dropped into a hole carved in the stone floor. The long pole at the center of the bar extends from the ceiling through the bar to the circular area of the stone channel. This bottom end of the pole has a T-bar a bit less than 2 feet long attached to it, and on the T-bar is carved an arrow. The arrow and T-bar are pointing west. The mirror quietly swings shut. So I am now trapped in a box. Wait, our score is 4? Our score is 4 out of 7 points? Jeez. With 180 moves? Dang. I'm really trying to picture this. This little map that I have is like a decent representation of most of it, but I can't think of The poles are the things that I don't quite understand. It almost looks like we're supposed to get this, like, move it. So there's a T-bar, a bit less than 2 feet attached to it, and on the T-bar is a carved arrow. Let's look at the arrow. Look at arrow. It's probably going to say it's not interesting. Yeah, I didn't think so. The arrow is pointing west. Okay. On move T-bar. You can't move the T-bar. Okay. Move pole. Which pole do you mean? The short pole? Move short pole. You can't move the short pole. Okay. Well, we're gonna give Charlie a treat real quick. Charlie, you want treats? Thanks for the treats, Finkelroy. I'm sure Charlie appreciates that. Take short. Let's take it. Take short pole. You can't be serious. Really? Okay. Give me a description of this room again. Carefully carved and drilled. First hole in the center of the bar. Second is on the left end of the room as you face the entrance. From each hole runs a wooden pole. The pole at the left end is short, extending about 1 foot above the bar and ends in a hand grip. Okay. The pole has been dropped into the hole carved in the stone floor. The long pole at the center of the bar extends from the ceiling to the door to the bar to the circular area in the stone channel. The bottom end of the pole has a T-bar a bit less than 2 feet long attached to it. Take T-bar? Probably can't do that either. No, we can't do that. Grab small, grab grip. Take grip. Probably can't do that. Move small pole. What a concept. Look at channel. There's nothing special about it. Look at compass. There's nothing special about the compass. Look at wall. Look at red wall. Nothing special about that. Okay. What are we supposed to do here? This is quite the puzzle. This is quite the puzzler. We don't have our staff. So all we have right now is a lamp and a sword. So we technically could cut pole with sword. Cut pole with sword. Which pole do you mean? The short pole or the long pole? Okay, cut long pole with sword. Strange concept, cutting the long pole. Not really. Look Look at small pole. Look at long pole. Not that type of pole. Okay. None of that works. Push small pole. The pole cannot be lowered further. Pull small pole? You cannot move the short pole. I know, right? It is a strange concept. We're playing video game history right now. Did the music stop? Oh no, it's the end of a song. Okay. That's why I have the music playing, honestly. I feel like this is like being in a big puzzle, like almost like in The Seventh Guest when we were in a big puzzle and it took us like an hour or two to solve it. It's almost like what we're at now. I don't know what we can do though. Look at pine panel. There's nothing special. Look at mahogany panel. That's true. I mean, I have a visual representation of kind of what I'm doing or where I am, which I can share with you. So this, I believe, is the mirror box that we're looking at. We have a bunch of the Zork ones, but other than that, I don't think we have many that are pure text. We have some like, I think are Transylvania-like, where we played Transylvania, which had graphics, but were text. We have some text parser games with graphics. But I tend to not play these, but Zork is video gaming history for sure. And I kind of wanted to get some history on Zork before we played some of the other Zork games that are on the list. So I feel like I maybe missed out on a lot of the lore and stuff that was in Return to Zork because I hadn't played these games. So I added them. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Look at yellow wall. Nothing, we can't, I don't see anything we could do in here. Push pine panel. Can we push the panels? The structure rocks back and forth slightly, but doesn't move. Okay, push red panel. The structure shakes slightly but doesn't move. Oh, interesting. We're in a structure. Okay. So if we push on the panels, the structure shakes. All right, good to know. I don't know what we're supposed to do with the poles. I feel like there's something we're supposed to do with them. One even said it had a grip. So Let's look at the bar. Turn T-bar. You can't turn that. Turn short pole. You can't turn that. Okay. Push T-bar. Pull T-bar. All right, I think I'm gonna get a hint right now. We have the awesome Invisiclues hint book included with this. Without the clues in place, but we have a separate document with the clues. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, this is actually a pretty significant part of this hint book. The rectangular box is what we're at right now. That's what they're calling it. Wait. Royal Museum. Beyond the secret door. The rectangular box. Oh. Okay. Oh. I see. Okay. Okay, I understand the box now. Okay. Okay, so I think what we can do, if I'm understanding this correctly, it shakes slightly but doesn't move. So I think the box is locked in place. So we have to figure out a way to unlock it. So we have to figure out a way to unlock it. I feel like the short bar may be the thing that locks it. So I think we need to pull the short bar out to unlock this thing to allow it to more or less spin. We have to lift it. Lift short pole. The pole is now slightly above the floor. Okay. The structure rotates clockwise. The arrow on the compass rose now indicates northwest. All right. Let's do it again. It indicates north. Pushing the red panel doesn't work. What do you mean it worked? Okay. Well, how do we leave? Oh, whoops. Gotta start it again. I meant to start it, and then I gave Charlie a treat and forgot to start it. Okay, we'll adjust it to add 10 minutes to that. Thanks for the heads up, Scar Emerald. Okay, let's go south then. As you leave, the door swings shut. Okay. Oh, we're back here. Okay, so I see what we want to do now. All right, I get it. I get it. I understand. I understand what we need to do. Wait. Wait, now I'm confused. Where, what, wait, what? The north side of the room is divided by a wooden wall into small hallways to the northeast and southwest. Where am I? I have no idea where I am right now. You're in a narrow room whose west wall is a large mirror. Okay, okay. Okay, things have gotten weird. Okay, this is part of a long hallway. The east and west walls are dressed stone. In the center of the hall is a shallow stone channel. In the center of the room, the channel widens into a large hole. Somewhat to the north, identical stone statues face each other from pedestals on opposite sides of the corridor. The statues represent guardians of Zork, a military order of ancient lineage. They are portrayed as heavily armed warriors standing at ease, hands clasped around formidable bludgeons. The south side of the room is divided by a wooden wall into 4 small hallways. To to the southeast and southwest. Oh, we died. Oh no, we died. I was not expecting that. We totally died. The Guardians awake and in perfect unison utterly destroy you with their stone bludgeons. Satisfied, they resume their post. You have died. You find yourself deep within the earth in a barren prison cell. We've gotten this before, so we died. Okay. 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 Alright. I don't think we're ready to do that yet. So we just got killed by the Guardians of Zork. So do we want to restore? I don't think we want to do this puzzle yet. It's actually not that difficult of a puzzle once you conceptualize it in your head. Like, knowing the thing was supposed to rotate basically solved it for me. I just had to find the right verb, because pull didn't work. Alright, so let's restore to button. So we're at button. So we know we can use the staff on the beam. I'm going to write this down. Use staff on beam. I actually didn't expect that to work. I'm surprised that it did. And then we're supposed to lift, enter, use staff on beam, push button, 3, enter box, 4, lift, small, pull, 5, push, red wall, ×2, and then 6, open or push, I think mahogany, panel, 7, north. I think that's what we want to do to solve that puzzle. Pretty straightforward. And Charlie's getting down for some reason. Don't know why. Okay, so we got that puzzle. So I think we basically have that puzzle solved. We just need to, but I think, unless there's a way to bypass the Guardians of Zork using the box. But I don't think we're supposed to go that way yet. Although, it's the only way we seemingly can go. Unless there's more we can do in the Land of Shadow. So let's go investigate the Land of Shadow, I guess, before we do anything else. We're in the engravings room. Beyond the once secret door are dark, forbidding stairs that lead down to a passage below. Okay, so we want to go southeast. Sorry, we want to go southwest, but we'll just go west now. Now we're in a damn passage. A stone channel, wide and deep, steeply descends into the room from the south. Can we go south? The channel is too steep And the moss, too slippery. Okay. Standing before you is a great rock without a sword in it because the sword just appeared in our hand. Okay. We're in the land of shadow. I assume we can't do this. No. That's what I thought. Wait. This is different. You're standing atop a steep cliff looking west over a vast ocean. Far below, the surf pounds at a shady beach. To the south and east are rolling hills filled with eerie shadows. A path cut into the face of the cliff descends toward the beach. To the north is a tall stone wall which ends at the cliff edge. It is obviously built long ago, and directly north is a spot where you can climb over the rubble of the decaying wall. That's not very useful. This is where we found the guy guarding the southeast passage. Which there's nothing here. I feel like he was just there to kill us. You're in a dark and shadowy land. All around you are gentle hills and eerie shadows. Look at shadows. You can't see any shadows here. You said I could see shadows. Now we're in this barren area, which I am guessing is barren. The path climbs sharply toward a desolate plain. We're at the ocean now. We have a lamp, a sword, and a wooden staff. That's all we have in our inventory right now. This feels like a different, to me, this feels like a little bit different of a game. Like, I feel like we're going to be doing more, but maybe not. I don't know. Like, it feels the same, but also a little bit different. Like, the last two, we were collecting items, and that's literally all we did. I know we did a little bit more in the second one, but it was still all about collecting items to give to the demon. In that one. Now, this one feels a little bit different. Like, maybe that's not what it's about, but we'll find out. Our purpose is mysterious. Dig in sand. The ground is too hard for digging. It's sand. It's a beach. Okay. All right. Maybe we can dig in sand here. It's too hard. It's too hard there too. All right. Okay. A small balcony carved into a near vertical cliff. Hey, thanks for the taco party, Toll Panzer. Those tacos. This is a small balcony carved in a near vertical cliff. To the east, stretching from north to south, stands a monumental aqueduct, supported by mighty stone pillars, some of which you can see are starting to crumble. From age, you feel a sense of loss and sadness as you ponder this once proud structure and the failure of the empire, which created this and other engineering marvels. Okay, so we might be able to cross the lake. Let's see if we can cross the lake. I'm gonna see if we can cross the lake. Okay, we're gonna drop the lantern. Drop all. Actually, we're just gonna drop everything. We're gonna enter lake. We're gonna save as lake 2. Okay, enter lake. We can. Okay. You are in the western shore of the lake. The ground here is quite hard, but a few sickly reeds manage to grow near the water's edge. The only path leads into the rock to the south. Okay, let's go south. You're in a small chamber carved in the rock with the sole exit to the north. Sort of dead end. Mounted on one wall is a table labeled Scenic Vista, whose featureless surface is angled toward you. One might believe that the table was used to indicate points of interest in the view from this spot, like those found in many parks. On the other hand, your surroundings are far from spacious, and by no stretch of the imagination could this spot be considered scenic. An indicator above the table reads II or 2. Mounted on one wall is a flaming torch which fills the room with flickering light. Okay. Look at table. The surface is pale and featureless, but slowly an image takes shape. You see a tiny room with rough walls. Chiseled crudely on one wall is the number 8. The only apparent exit seems to be a blur. The image slowly fades. The indicator above the table flickers briefly, then changes to 3. You see a tiny room with rough walls. Chiseled crudely in one wall is the number 8. The only apparent exit seems to be a blur. The surface is pale and featureless, but slowly an image takes shape. You see a wide room with 2 nearly identical passages leading east and northeast. A wide channel descends steeply into the room and seems to be blocked by rubble. The image slowly fades. Okay. The surface is pale and featureless, but slowly an image takes shape. You see the interior of a huge temple, rudely constructed of rudely constructed of basalt blocks. Flickering torches cast a sallow illumination over an altar, still wet with the blood of human sacrifice. Its velvet covers stained and encrusted with gore. The image fades. Are we seeing other parts of the dungeon or what? What exactly are we looking at? I don't know what we're looking at. Okay, we're back at 1. What do we see here? The surface is pale and featureless, but slowly an image takes shape. You see a passage cluttered with broken timbers. An extremely narrow opening can be seen at the end of the room. I don't know what this room's for. There is a torch here. Let's take the torch. We took the torch. Okay. Can we... I don't know. Let's enter the lake again. Our inner lake. Okay, now let's see if we can go south. Southern shore. You're on the south shore of the lake. Rock formations prevent movement to the west, and thickening swamp to the east makes the going all but impossible. To the south, where the beach meets a rock formation, you can make out a dark passage sloping steeply upward into the rock. A dark passage, so probably we can't get in there. So if we go south, it'll be dark, yeah. So we're gonna go north. So let's enter the lake again. Let's see if we can enter lake. Lake. Take torch. If we get into the water with the torch, throw torch to southern shore. Okay. To south. Throw torch. What do you want to throw the torch off? What? I don't want to throw the torch off. What do you mean? Okay, I don't think this is gonna work. I'm thinking this isn't gonna work. Yeah, I don't think this will work. We're gonna drop it here. Huh. Hey Pebbles, how's it going? Good evening. You dropped in for us playing a text adventure game, Zork III. I hope that you are doing fantastic this Thursday. I have no idea what this room's for. I have absolutely no idea. We can't go that way. Yeah, this is Zork 2 or 3 rather. It's called Zork 3: The Dungeon Master. It's a game from 1982. One of the older games on my game list, which you can check out here if you haven't seen my game list. This is torch. We can't do the torch. We can enter the lake. It is completely text-based. The music is actually music that I'm playing to give some music to the whole thing. So this is based on a game that was made on a mainframe at a university, and it was kind of ported, I guess you'd say ported to computers. This was originally for old DOS machines, although it existed on a lot of platforms. So a lot of computers from 1982 were able to run some version of Zork. And there were a lot of these games. This is the third one. Was part of the first trilogy, and then there was a second trilogy. And there might have been a third trilogy as well. So I don't normally play text adventure games, but Zork has a huge history, and there are some graphical Zork games in addition to the text-based ones. So I wanted to kind of explore the entire history of the game instead of just like saying, oh, we're not going to play the text ones, we're just going to play the ones with the nice pretty graphics. I did decide that after we played one with the nice pretty graphics. So we played Return to Zork, which is a game where you kind of return to the first Zork game. I was like, we're probably missing out on a lot of stuff because we haven't played the actual Zorks. So we decided we would play them. And Tolpanzer has pretty much been behind getting them on our voting queue and getting them kicked up to the top of the list. So this is where the rusty iron door is, and I don't know how to open that. We have a crystal grotto, which, can we take some moss? Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Take crystal. What a concept. So we can't take moss, and we can't take a crystal, because that would be silly. Apparently. Taking the moss would be silly, I guess. Taking the crystal would be a concept. Alright. West. Tight squeeze. Creepy crawl. Creepy crawl. The junction with the great rock. Well, let's look at the rock. They're talking about this rock. Great rock. Put sword in rock. So we can put the sword back. You can't force anything into the stone, because the sword was here when we first got here, and it kind of just teleported into our hand, which I find interesting. It's the sword we've had pretty much the entire Zork series. Yeah, the rock is in this game. A great rock. A bit of a bit part, but yeah. Okay, I don't know what to do. Oh no, and our lamp is getting dark already. Okay. Oh, it's dark. Where are we at? Oh, we got eaten by a grue. Look at us. We got eaten by a grue. So we're going to restore. So here we did this before we crossed the lake. So we can go across the lake. We can go to the western shore. We can go to the scenic vista. We can look at the table. We see a few different scenes. I have no idea what they are. With numbers. We see 4 numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's interesting. And there's a torch there, which is also interesting. Because there might be a way to get the torch to the southern shore, which will allow us to go into the dark areas and cross. So that's kind of a puzzle we have there. How do we get across the dark areas when we can't bring our lantern across the lake? In fact, if we go into the lake with our lantern is ruined and we basically are dead-ended because we don't have a working lantern and we need some to go into certain places. Whoops. We're going to take all the stuff. Because we're not gonna cross the lake. And if we go underwater and we try and look at the shiny object, we get eaten by a fish. Maybe the shiny object is a fish. Maybe it's a fish trying to trick us, like one of those angler fish that have the things that are dangling out to try and attract fish so we can eat them. I'm kind of at a loss of what to do. I hate getting another hint this early, but I'm kind of stuck. So first we'll read the first questions in the book and stuff we solved. So the first question is, how do I climb the endless stair? The answer is go back to Zork II and put in another disc if you want to go there, because that's from Zork II. We went down an endless stair at the end of Zork II, so that we're more or less continuing exactly where we left off from the previous Zork game. How do I get the sword in the stone? Who do you think you are, Arthur? Is the first answer. The second answer is the sword is deeply embedded within the rock. You can't even begin to budge it, which is exactly what the game says to us. And then C is be patient. You'll get it when you need it, for when the need for it arises, which is true. That's exactly what happened. And then can the runes be runes be translated? The answer is a Runish to English dictionary. Have you examined them? Beyond that, you'll get no more. This game is less exciting than you thought. It is. We're waiting for it to be exciting. Yeah. I ha-ha'd back. How do I find the old wizened man? We already found him. How do we can wake him up? What do I do when he wakes up? Give him the bread. Can the phosphorescent moss be kept alive for more than 10 moves? Certainly, it can live throughout the entire game, but you'll never take it, move it, or use it as a light source anywhere else. Okay. So we can't actually take it. So how do I open the great iron door? You can't open the door. Oh, really? Okay. Well, there we go. There's a solution. There's something to do. After the earthquake, we'll find something in the door that allows us to go through. So apparently the earthquake did something. Oh. All right. Apparently the earthquake actually did something. Okay, here we go. This is the south end of a monument hall full of dust and debris from the recent earthquake. To the east is a great iron door, rusted shut. To its right, however, is a gaping cleft in the rock and behind a cleared area. Yeah, well, here we go. We found a way through. So we're in a museum now. So the earthquake was able to open a passage for us. Okay, cool. This is the entrance to the Royal Museum, the finest and grandest in the Great Underground Empire. To the south, down a few steps, is the entrance to the Royal Puzzle. The Royal Puzzle. And to the east...
Hello.
Hey... Dr. CDCS, thanks for the follow. All right, I forget where I was. To the south, down a few steps, is the entrance to the Royal Puzzle, and to the east, through a stone door, is the Royal Jewish Jewel Collection. Royal Jewel Collection. A wooden door to the north is open and leads to the Museum of Technology. To the west is a great iron door, rusted shut, which we got through. To the left, however, is a cleft in the rock. Okay, so we can go to the Royal Jewel Collection. Let's do that. The door is closed. Open door. Which door do you mean? Open stone door. The door is now open. We're in the jewel room. You're in a high ceiling chamber in the middle of which sits a tall, round steel cage, which is securely locked. In the middle of the cage is a pedestal in which sit the crown jewels of the Great Underground Empire. A jeweled knife and a golden ring. A small bronze plaque, now tarnished, is on the cage. Look at plaque. Now here we go. We got some words. Crown jewels presented to the Royal Museum by His Gracious Lord, Dimwit Flathead, dedicated 777 GUE. Nice. Well, we found some jewels. We just can't open the cage, I don't think. Open cage. Unlock cage. Unlock cage with sword. That doesn't seem to work. Okay, so we need to unlock the cage. Alright. Alright, we go north. We are now in a large hall which hosted the technological exhibits of the Great Underground Empire. A door to the south is open, which we went through. Directly in front of you is a large golden machine, which has a seat and a console in front. On the console is a single button and a dial connected to a 3-digit display, which reads 948. The machine is surprisingly shiny and shows few signs of age. A strange gray machine, shaped somewhat like a clothes dryer, is on one side of the room. On the other side of the hall is a powerful looking black machine, a tight tangle of wires, pipes, and motors. A plaque is mounted near the door. The writing is faded, however, and cannot be made out clearly. The two machines seem to be in bad shape, rusting in many spots. Look at gold machine. The machine consists of a seat, a seat, a console containing one small button, and a dial connected to a display which reads 948. Save. Gold mock. Sit on seat. You're now in the gold machine. Push button. Nothing seems to have happened. Turn dial. You have to say what to turn it to. Turn dial to 888. Push button. You experience a brief period of disorientation. When your vision returns, your surroundings appear somewhat altered. You notice everything you're holding is gone. I think it's a teleportation machine. But we need to know the right combination. So let's restore. I think it might be some sort of teleportation machine. I don't think I was offline for 3 minutes. I think it. I don't know. I don't have any drop frames. That would be very weird. So we must need to find the correct combination to this. Nope, not plague. We don't want to look at the plague. Words cannot be made out. That's very, very weird. Look at gray machine. There's nothing special. Look at black machine. Whoops. Oh, it's just okay. Okay, so I think the gold machine might be a teleportation device or something like that, which we have to put to the correct number. It's my only guess. But I don't know. And then there's also apparently a royal puzzle room. So let's go south. Royal puzzle entrance. This is a small square room in the middle of which is a perfectly round hole through which you can discern the floor some 10 feet below. The place under the hole is dark, but it appears to be completely enclosed in rock. In any event, it doesn't seem likely that you could climb back up. Exits are west and up a few steps north. Lying on the ground is a small note of some kind. Read note. Warning. The royal puzzle is quite dangerous, and it is possible to become trapped within its confines. Please do not enter the puzzle after hours or when the museum personnel are not present. The management. Okay. Do we have the note? No. In this game, we do not pick up notes automatically. You're in a narrow room, lit from above. A flight of steps leads up toward the north, and a metal door leads to the east. Open door. You can't force it open. Look at door. Okay. Well, we can try the puzzle, I guess. Is there anything in the actual puzzle that would help us? I don't know. You can always try it. Let's save. Puzzle. Oops, down. You're in a small square room bounded to the north and west with marble walls, and to the east and south with sandstone walls. Okay. Okay, so we are now trapped. We can't get out, I don't think. I think we're trapped. So that's why that's why the note was here, because we are trapped. So we're going to have to restore. We're trapped and dead-ended. I think we might need a ladder or something like that to be able to climb things. I don't know. So let's restore. Hey heroes and fools, how's it going? We do not want to go into the puzzle. I'm not sure what to do. We found more stuff, but I'm not sure what to do here. Cool, cool. We are playing some Zork III. And we keep getting stuck. Well, it's a bunch of text that I keep reading out. So the gold machine had 948 on it. That was its original combination, or whatever you want to call it. I think it's a teleporter, just based on what it did when we entered the wrong combination, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's like a mastermind game. I hadn't thought about that, but maybe it's like a mastermind game where if we get like something correct, it does something for us. Let's try a different number. Is it golden? Do I have to say golden machine? No, not golded, golden. What do you want to sit down? I have not messed with it. How did I sit before? Nothing seems to have happened. Oh, there we go. Sit on seat. So we had to do sit on seat. Okay. Turn dial to 111. 111, 111. Let's try one. Maybe 1, 2, 3 would be the best. Push button. Does the same thing happen?
Yeah.
We died. Something different happened.
It's really bright in here.
Oh, I know what's happening. I'm pretty sure I know what's happening.
You won. You beat the game. Woo!
These are coordinates. I don't know how exactly they work, but I'm pretty sure I know what is happening. We super died.
You have to start all over, like from the beginning.
No, usually when we die, we get resurrected, but we're not. It looks like we're not getting resurrected this time.
You died. Did it work?
Yep. Did work. It says the air around you experience a brief period of disorientation. The air around you seems to be solidifying. Rock formations close in on you before you can react, and you are engulfed in stone. So 111 kills us. Okay. All right, we have to restart the game. Which is fine. It's fine. There we go. We restored our game. Yay.
I need a drink. This is a dry taste.
So this might be... So 111 was bad. Let's try
222.
2, 4, 8. I'm gonna try 2, 4, 8.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? It's taco.
And then I'm gonna see what happens.
Push button. Am I annoying you? Should I leave?
I just don't know what you're eating.
It's really dry cinnamon.
Oh, we died again.
Your chair is still squeaky. Why are you putting in numbers? Can I help?
I don't know what the numbers do.
Oh, well,
So probably not.
Are you doing like random numbers?
I thought it might have to do with this grid thing here.
Why'd you pick 2, 4, and 8?
Because I was 2 down, 4 over, and then I just said
2
8.
times 4 is 8?
No.
2 plus 4 is
Because it
8?
was at 9, 4, 8, 4. Okay, well that didn't work, so we have to start over again. And we do have to add 2 deaths to our death counter as well, which I don't have up apparently. There we go. It's 2 more deaths. So 888 did not kill us.
666.
But 248 did kill us, and 111 did kill us. So yeah, maybe we'll try something in the middle. 666. We'll try 666. Push button. Nothing happened.
Oh, the devil's number didn't work.
So nothing happened at 666, and nothing happened at 948 either. So what about 555? Nothing happened at 555 either. Nothing happens at 999. Whoops. Well. So it seems like high numbers maybe don't work. What if let's try putting a let's try 199. Nothing happens.
Is there a hint you were supposed to get?
I don't know. I'm experimenting right now. No, I'm not going to try all of the possibilities. I'm not going to do that. I'm just trying to get maybe a hint on what the numbers mean. If there's any... Oh, okay. Interesting. So 991 didn't do anything. 199 didn't do anything, and 919 didn't do anything. So I thought maybe having 1 in one of the places would mean something. Did I look up an address in the manual? There were addresses in the manual. We had we had a lot of things. We had a 778 of the annual report. It could be a time machine.
Which means what? That was not a satisfying song.
It could be a time machine. Which means at 111, this would have been a mountain, and not there wouldn't have been anything here. So we would have teleported into, and when we set it to 991, maybe something did happen, but we didn't notice it happened. Let's try that. Set dial to 778. And then we're going to push button. Nothing happened.
Well, good luck with that. I'm gonna go with it.
It's worth a shot.
Super bright in here. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to sit there tomorrow with those lights? Ugh. It's too bright.
Let's see. We have 780. We have 786 there in the manual. I don't know. I think we're not. We're probably gonna, or 783. It's not 786. No, nothing happens. Yeah, there was a 778 for the annual report. There's a date. We tried 778, and that didn't do anything. Good thought, though. We have 667 was when the original headquarters was constructed. Nothing. We might just find this out somewhere else. I really don't know. We can look at a hint. We can look at the clue book and get a hint. Oh. That's interesting. Okay. So we've done a lot of stuff right. What happened?
He's moving this.
Oh.
Truth's on the chair. Truth.
Where are we? We're at the... No. We're at the Royal Museum. Okay, there we go. Oh, we can push the walls. Ah, okay. I didn't realize we could push. That was... Okay. It's a block pushing puzzle. Okay. It is a block pushing puzzle, is what it is. I don't know. That seems weird. Let's see what we can do with that. So I have a diagram of this puzzle. So which I think helps a lot. I mean, obviously, if you were, I can kind of understand why they did it this way, because you couldn't have seen this. So we're going to push south. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, look, it does have graphics. Look at this. It does have rudimentary graphics. The wall slides forward and you follow it. The architecture of this region is getting complex, so that further descriptions will be diagrams of the immediate vicinity in a 3x3 grid. The walls here are rock, but there are two different types, sandstone and marble. The following notations will be used. So ... is our position. We're in the middle. are marble walls. SS is sandstone walls. And then question mark is blank. I actually have a diagram of what this looks like, which I guess is kind of cheating in a way. So if I go east, it's going to put me in a new spot. Wow, we actually have some form of graphics. It's kind of amazing. Push south stone. Wait. Yeah, we can do this. Wait. push south wall. There we go. The center of the floor here is noticeably depressed. Nestled inside is an old, dusty book. The book is written in a strong and elegant hand and is full of strange and wondrous pictures. The text is in a tongue unknown to you and is penned in many colors. Some of the words seem to change color as you read them. The book itself is very old and the pages dry and brittle. Okay. Okay, let's, where are we at? Push. East wall. There's a ladder here. You hit your head on the ceiling and fall off the ladder. Oh, I think I see the second part of this puzzle. I think we're gonna need to get a ladder back. I think we're gonna need to get a ladder one. Okay. Okay, I think I understand what we're gonna have to do. Wait, where are we now? Where are we? I'm not familiar with where we are in the maze. Oh, here we go. Where are we? Wait, I didn't mean to quit! No! Actually, hit Q. There's no way up. I'm not 100% sure where I am in the maze. Why is... Yeah, I know, right? We actually have a somewhat graphical representation of where we are. Very cool. Okay. I think I know where we are now. If we go east, we go south, there should be a ladder here. Okay, if we go south again, okay, I know where we are. We go south again. We go east. We go south. We go south again. We go west and west. In the center of the west wall is a steel door which is closed. On one side of the door, there is a narrow slot. Oh, I know what. Okay, I think I understand what we're supposed to do with the ladder. The ladder is so we can get back out the hole. Put book through slot. Put book in slot. The book drops easily into the slot and vanishes. The metal door slides open, revealing a passageway to the west as a previously unseen sign flashes. Royal puzzle exit fee paid. Item confiscated. Okay, that I wasn't expecting. I didn't expect it to steal our book. I don't think that's what I wanted. I think we can use the ladder, the ladders to get out of the thing and keep the book. We're gonna try it. Then we're gonna be done. Okay, So we're basically gonna move. This becomes tricky. The marble thing there becomes tricky. So we can't get the one. So we can push the one south. We can't possibly move that one though. Okay, I have an idea. Okay, push east wall. We're gonna push it, and it's gonna go there. Okay, then we're gonna go south. And we're gonna go south again. And we're gonna go south again. Oh wait, no, we don't have to. We can do it a different way. Okay, we can go east. We can go north. We can go east. We can push south. Wall. Push. Push south. Wall. Okay, we take the book. We push the south wall again. No, wait, no, we don't want to do this. Oh crap, I think I messed up. No, I'm still good. I'm still good. Although I hit my head, so I think this isn't going to work. I think what I want to do isn't actually going to work. So, like I have an idea, but I don't think it's actually going to work. Okay, I'm still trying to picture exactly where I am. Okay, I want to push west wall. And I want to do it again. Okay, so it's there. Then we want to go east, 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 north, push west wall again. Push it again. Okay, it's over there. Now we want to go south, west, push, north wall. What? Oh, I'm going to push the west wall, not the east wall. There we go. I've got those in a row. There we go. That's what I wanted it to do. So if I go south and south and south, and I climb the ladder. No, it doesn't work. My thought was that I could climb above them, but I can't. There's no way to get this out of there, so I don't understand what we're supposed to do with the ladder. I thought we might be able to climb out of the hole, but it doesn't seem to work. I don't quite understand the point of the ladders in here. So let me just show you what I'm looking at. This actually wouldn't have been that difficult to map out. So So I'm looking at this map here, the one down in the corner. See if I can zoom in on it. So this is where we are right here in this little puzzle. So we're sliding these around, and my thought was, what I ended up doing is getting this moved over here, and I got this moved over here. So I thought I could climb the ladder, crawl along the top of these stones, and get out. But that's not what happened. So my only thought is the only way to solve this puzzle is to get this over here, so we can just use the ladder to climb out of the hole. But there's no way to do that. It's not possible, because we can't move this one away from the wall. Unless we can pull it. I hadn't actually tried to pull the wall. If we could pull it, we could. That I hadn't tried. If we could pull it, it would be easy. All we have to do is push this one, come down here and pull it. And then we would push that one out of the way, get the book. Yeah, that actually would be easy if we did that. Well, let's try it. Let's see if we can pull them. So we're gonna restore. Oops. I'm kind of invested in this puzzle right now, so. Okay, so we're gonna push south wall. Okay, then we're gonna go north, and we're going to push east wall. Okay, we did that. Then we're gonna go south. We're gonna go south, and we're going to pull west wall. Nah, we can't do it. Okay. The pole. You can't grab the wall to pull it. So maybe we need something to grab it? Maybe we need something else? No. Alright. We're gonna have to come back to this puzzle. So I'm gonna write in my notes what we want to restore. I don't know if we want to do this puzzle now. Or maybe... Okay, I had a new idea. Maybe if we get this one, this ladder here, and we get it over to this slot right there, we can actually get out. We don't have to get it over the hole, we have to get it next to the hole. So this one here with the ladder, we get here. So in order to do that, we'd have to push this one over, come down here, push this one over. This is tricky. This looks very tricky. Yeah, I think maybe we need to get this one over here. This ladder, I think, is useless, because there's no possible way we can get it up here. So I think this ladder might be the one we need. We need to get the book, and then we need to get the ladder over here. in order to get the book out. So push this south. I'm thinking, get over here, get the book, and this will be here. Push this over, get it over here. Yeah, I think we can do this. This is definitely going to be a puzzle here. This is definitely going to be a tricky puzzle. But I think we can figure it out. I think I know what we need to do now. So we're going to do that tomorrow.